Hello and welcome back to Crypto Zion, where we seek to simplify and demystify all things crypto. I'm your host, Jim. So if you're new to the world of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, this video is perfect for you. Have you ever wondered how Bitcoin actually works behind the scenes? Well, today we're going to dive into one of the most important, yet often overlooked parts of the Bitcoin network, nodes. Nodes are the backbone of Bitcoin. Without them, the whole system would crumble. But what exactly are nodes and what do they do? Well, by the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of Bitcoin nodes, indeed, how they keep the network humming. Let's begin. So, first question, what are nodes? Nodes are individual computers running the Bitcoin software and connected to the Bitcoin network. Each node stores the entire Bitcoin blockchain, that public ledger containing the entire history of every Bitcoin transaction ever made. Nodes help validate and relay transactions across the network. So when you make a Bitcoin payment, nodes, those individual computers, receive it and add it to their list of unconfirmed transactions known as their mempool. Great word to remember. This is a crucial step that passes the transaction data to miners. So, speaking of miners, I refer you to our mining video. However, nodes communicate new transaction data to the miners. The miners then package transactions into blocks and confirm them. So in essence, nodes spread transactions throughout the entire network and enable miners to confirm them. Nodes also provide wallet services to users. So when you use a Bitcoin wallet, it connects to a node on the back end that lets you securely send and receive Bitcoin. How do nodes operate? Number two, well, when a Bitcoin transaction is made, the Bitcoin wallet software broadcasts the transaction details to nodes across the network. Each node then adds the transaction to its mempool to await confirmation, not conversation. Mining nodes collect unconfirmed transactions from the mempools of various nodes and form them into candidate blocks. These mining nodes then run the calculations to try to be the first to solve the cryptographic puzzle for that particular block, and they get a reward. Once a mining node successfully adds a block to the blockchain, it broadcasts the new block to all other nodes on the network. The nodes then verify that the transaction in the block are valid, and if so, they add the block to their own copy of the blockchain. Are you with me? This is the process by which transactions get confirmed and added to the blockchain. So through the collaborative effort between nodes. With all of that said, why are nodes so important? There are a few key reasons why Bitcoin nodes really are absolutely essential. Firstly, I've mentioned it a couple of times, but they store the entire Bitcoin transaction history. So each node, each individual computer, has a complete record of every transaction on the blockchain. This provides the distributed public ledger that Bitcoin is built on. So secondly, nodes provide decentralization. It's really important. Bitcoin isn't controlled by any central entity. Instead, it relies on these nodes that are distributed globally that enforce the rules of the network. So this prevents any single authority from either manipulating the system or indeed hacking the system and breaking it. So more nodes equals more decentralization and more security. The more copies of the blockchain that spread across the network, the more resilient the system is. So this is a really important aspect of Bitcoin. If any group of nodes goes down, there are plenty of backups to keep the network running. So there's no single point of failure with Bitcoin. Finally, nodes verify the validity of blocks and transactions. This acts as a safeguard against fraud. Nodes reject invalid blocks that don't follow the network's consensus rules, protecting the integrity then of the blockchain. There are also different types of nodes. Just to make things nice and simple, there are a few different types of Bitcoin nodes. Firstly, they're what we're going to call full nodes. Full nodes validate transactions and blocks fully. Okay, these guys provide the highest level of security, but require significant storage and bandwidth to operate. So then what we have, these full nodes, then what we call lightweight nodes, such as simplified payment verification nodes. So they don't store the entire blockchain. Instead, these guys do is they verify transactions using block headers and what's known as Merkle trees. We'll come back to those at a later date for anybody who's interested. This allows low-powered devices like smartphones to run nodes instead of just high-powered computers. Smartphones, way more accessible. Thirdly, then we have what we've mentioned already, mining nodes. Mining nodes, they serve a special role assembling what's called candidate blocks. In addition to basic node functions, mining nodes perform the proof of work calculations necessary to add new blocks. Finally, not leastly by any stretch of the imagination, there are also developer nodes on the test network that are purely for testing purposes. Are you with me? Scribble down those notes. In summary, nodes are individual computers running Bitcoin software that operate collaboratively to validate transactions and keep the blockchain secure. As I mentioned at the start of the video, they provide the backbone of the Bitcoin network through decentralization and distribution. So setting up your own node is a great way to contribute to the ecosystem and learn more about Bitcoin's technical foundations. It also improves decentralization by supporting the network with additional nodes. So, friends, that's it for this video. I hope that we gave you a little bit of a better understanding of kind of this critical but so easily misunderstood, convoluted component of Bitcoin, really. But quite simply, nodes keep the network humming. They're going to give it security, decentralization, distribution, all of those sorts of brilliant qualities that we've mentioned. So, whap any questions in the comments below. If you want to jump into Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, but still have further questions, then contact us for a free one-to-one coaching consultation. We'd love to journey with you and help you jump into all things Bitcoin and cryptocurrency related. Be great if you don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for some more content, all those little bits and bobs. Huge thank you for watching today, and I'll see you in the next one maybe.